own town dinner.
Just FYI,
Uh,
I'm going live now. Please continue.
of course. So I offered her some fried rice to try. She tries it. I see that he kind of goes a bit, sad looking afterwards. And I
Yeah.
say, is there something wrong? Yeah, and just that ahora tengo que comerme esto, referring to her stuff. I have to eat this now. It's just in comparison.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's got. I mean, that has to be in like a very patriarchal way, painful. It's like shit. My own daughter is better at cooking than I am.
To be fair, it's not that she's bad at cooking. I say she's a very good cook. It's just like she puts a lot
It's just that
less
you're
effort.
built different.
Yeah, of course. That's it. I wish she taught me. Someone had to.
The CIA has a new logo.
What?
That actually looks fucking baller. That actually is an incredibly cool logo.
That logo looks evil.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
genuinely the vibe checks out.
Yeah, they've stopped. They've stopped pretending they're not the bad guys.
They look like they belong in the STP universe.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that
yeah.
logo.
Um,
I mean, hey, at least they're wearing, they're wearing their vibe on their shoulders. So
you think I can subscribe to their newsletter to get updates on their next coup d'etat?
Like live tweeting that shit.
they're just like, you just see the CIA Twitter just say at Iran, hey bitch, you up?
I feel they would go for Bolivia first.
I wonder if they still like. I wonder if they still like meddling down in South America. And that's their old stomping ground. So
Yeah, of course. Like it's a tradition now. They cannot stop. They should not stop.
It would collapse. The whole continent would collapse physically.
Indeed, that's what happened to Atlantis, in fact.
Yeah, yeah. CIA didn't do this fucking. I love that Atlantis really is basically just fucking fucking Plato made it up so he would. It's like, oh, there's this technologically superior super nation that exists, but they fought us, but we defeated them because our form of government, the form of government that I made up, is so cool. It's truly the fucking Ayn Rand of his time.
Yeah. Sorry. Indeed. Like, I think it was fucking Walsh who said that. But, like, you cannot have an ideology and be a sane, normal person at the same time.
Yeah.
And Plato, I think it's one of the greatest examples of that in history.
I mean, really, it's like, it's kind of a job that you contribute to society with, right? It's like artists. Artists can't really lead normal lives because that's not, it's, you need to lead a certain lifestyle. Monks are the same, right? Monks, they like retreat from society and live in their bullshit sort of monasteries, and they make a contribution to whatever the economy of the religion is by creating this sort of, I mean, whatever the fuck it is monks do. I don't know. Like, I'm not a monk, but I'm sure they
contributions.
Yeah.
contributions to the well-being and like spiritual and morality and
Yeah.
just general morale of the population.
And
That's
wine.
where I kind of see like artists and
Yeah.
creators and religious types, is that they're not productive in like a material sense,
Yeah.
but in more of a
They produce
moral.
ideas. They produce relief. They produce meaning.
Though to be fair, like monks also did produce a lot of material stuff, like they grew
That is
crops,
Oh yeah,
true.
they
That
they
is true.
yeah,
Yeah.
made wine.
yeah, they had to actually still pay for things. So of course, they brewed beer, baked bread, grew crops.
But
Yeah,
like, I feel like these days sometimes it's they create philosophy, and the philosophy is also like a valuable good. The thoughts, because you have to immerse yourself in a lot of you have to put a lot of time and effort into making that,
Yeah,
and to
indeed.
give that to the rest of the world.
you know what's interesting? I actually read uh, a little while ago. A book came out on the history of Lego, and like the first portion of the book is about like Lego before the bricks, and it really delved into how much the creator, I forgot the creator's name, but how much
Uh,
Christianity played
Legolas.
into. Yeah, his name was Legolas.
Yes.
How much Christianity played into his work ethic and the founding of his company, and how basic like Lutheran Christian tenets still guide the company to this day, because it's still family owned.
Yeah,
And I thought it was really interesting because Leg Lego was a very Christian company, but they're still getting tons of shit from like the woke, the anti-woke right here in the States, because they embrace like diversity and stuff. They adhere to like actual Christian values, which is love thy brother, love thy neighbor, regardless,
yeah.
and they get shit for it.
I remember I remember an American girl who came to Germany to study here for like a year, and she lived it's like a it's like a temporary stay for international students, but it was like a church
Yeah,
organized thing. It was Protestant, so it's called like evangelisches whatever the fuck. And she sees that, she's
yeah.
like, oh no, they're evangelicals. I can't. I'm not sure I should be even talking to like men. I don't know if they're gonna kick me. It's like no. That just means Protestant here. You're fine. These people, all of these people are the wokest motherfuckers you'll ever meet.
Yeah, yeah. It's just at some point there's gonna have to be, just like how there was a schism between the Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church, and with Protestants and Catholics. There's gonna have to be a schism between evangelicals and Protestants, because it's getting.
I mean, I feel like
It's
it's
getting.
the whole premise of it is. I mean, it's a schism.
Yeah. There
Schism.
doesn't
Schismism.
Yeah.
there doesn't need to be a schism because there's already been hundreds and none at the same time, because unlike Catholicism and Orthodox Christianity, they don't have a centralized authority. They're just a bunch of people
Sola
doing.
fide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Protestantism doesn't have a central authority either.
Yeah, I mean that's the
But
point.
it's just.
It's the same. It's all the same. I mean, that was
Yeah.
the whole point of like Luther. That was like, actually, this church shit wasn't. The Vatican is nowhere in the Bible. Like, I don't know how you got this
Yeah.
fucking idea in your head.
Yeah, and nowadays you have you have so-called recent Catholic converts
Yeah.
Oh, the Nazis.
saying like, yeah, they're like, oh, just because he's the head of the church doesn't mean his views on LGBTQ people is right.
Oh,
You
yeah, that's
know,
exactly what it means.
But, I mean, actually, definitionally, it is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
cannot question the Pope. You
Yeah.
have to believe what the Pope says.
I honestly I
Yeah,
prefer
yeah.
Catholics though, because the whole religion is so based on like guilt. They know how to party. Like it's they're interesting in it because like if you have like up here Protestantism is so permissive, there's no like it makes people boring, you know.
Yeah, like well, like I remember reading a tweet like a couple weeks ago about how, at least here in the States and probably in Europe as well, you can easily tell like a born-in Catholic versus a Catholic convert. Because the born-in Catholic, because he went on a date with a convert, and all he wanted to do was like talk about scripture and shit, and she's just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I've never read the. I know I had communion, but I just read the Wikipedia summary. You know what you do in school, like.
I remember. Sorry.
It's like when I was a little kid, and my opa, sat me down and told me, a little bit of our family history, and said that he was Jewish, and my oma was Jewish, and your mom's Jewish, and so technically you're Jewish. I'm like, oh, okay, and then I just went about my day. Like it was like, okay, I guess I'm part Jewish, and I never like, it didn't become a thing until I was like much older, and I realized that anti-Semitism is a thing, and it's a problem.
Just kind of like, you know, Daryl Davis's story.
Who?
I heard the name. I can't remember.
Wait, was he the black guy who befriended the Grand Wizard or something?
Yes, he's the black guy who befriends KKK guys. He has this story where he basically grew up in. I think he's like the son of diplomats, and he went to like he grew up very internationally in like Europe mostly, and then when he was in America, he was like the standard bearer for the Boy Scouts as like a young kid. And they were doing a Boy Scouts parade, and then like somebody threw something at him, and he was like bewildered and was like, "Yeah, well, they must not like the Boy Scouts, though I do not understand why they would dislike the Boy Scouts." And then his parents like sat him down and were like, "There's this thing called racism," and he didn't believe them at first. It was like, "Why? What? That's ridiculous."
Yeah, I kind of had to.
I just discovered racism, kinda cringe.
Yeah.
I kind of had a similar thing happen because not only was I born in Germany, but I was also an Army brat, a U.S. Army brat. So we, up until like the 5th or 6th grade, I grew up in not military schools, but schools that the military owned, but they weren't like academies. They were just regular, American style schools.
Regular old schools.
Yeah, and it was just a thing to have, like, oh, in your classroom there's a bunch of white kids, there's a bunch of black kids, there's some Latinos and Asians, and that's just a thing.
Yeah.
How it was.
And
hey, Buff.
how and then my dad retires, and we moved to South Dakota, and I go to school in South Dakota, and I'm like, what's up with all these white kids? It's like, where's everybody else?
All these white kids. Christian, what's up?
Why are only crackers here?
I didn't say that out loud, but I was just like, "What's going on here?" And I had to learn about, and I eventually learned about like migration patterns and white flights and shit like that. And it's like, whoa, there's some weird shit's been going on that you didn't really tell us about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's also where I got like my first taste of anti-Semitism. It didn't.
I had to do it. It
No, that came a bit later. It came. But no, like I told you, like, you know how I said, like, oh, you know, my opa told me about, you know, a little bit about Judaism and saying that, you know, I'm half Jewish and stuff.
and he's gone.
And he's
Oh
gone.
no.
I'll be back later.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, now I'm back. Basically, I met
You're barely back.
and a couple.
You're not really back. Yeah.
Continue on without me. I'll be back.
You must go on without me.
Speaking of going on without people, y'all been playing Helldivers?
No.
Bro,
I
you need
have.
to.
Heavily modified because my current CPU can't run it while I wait for my
How
computer
the hell
parts
do
to
you
come in.
modify it?
You set all the settings to absolute minimum, like the potato computer gaming thing The Verge used to do, to crank the graphics way down. It looks like a PS1 game for me.
True. Yeah, it is. But man, I'm having fucking fun. There is one annoying thing I have with it, and that is... Now, this is purely an assumption. I don't know if this is actually a game function or not, but it feels like they don't bounce it to the amount of players there is. Like, I kind of...
It is not.
So, like, yeah, because, like, if you're running for 2 on level 5, it feels like a level 7 or 8 difficulty. Whereas if you're running
all
with 4
difficulties
people...
are designed.
Yeah, all missions are designed for 4 people. You need 4 people. It doesn't even have to be... If you want to have a fun time, don't go with people you dislike, and don't go with people you don't know. Go with some good friends where you could actually banter with. But...
For extra fun, did you know you get a speed boost if you stand behind the recoilless rifle
do not
when
do
it goes off?
Do not do that. It's incredibly hilarious, but do not do that. Oh god.
There's a guy who's been killing a lot of enemies in Helldivers using only the melee function, and as a method. As a method of protest, because they didn't add any melee weapons into the game. So he says he's going to keep doing that until they add them.
That is quite literally hilarious. Oh god.
Well, fist fight every motherfucker inside until they give
Let me tell you, melee in this game, that is impressive because one, melee in this game is genuinely trash.
Yeah.
So for someone who does that on like a personal level, bro, you have to have some dedication and patience.
The stealth in this game is apparently good enough that people are pulling off like Metal Gear Solid infiltrations of bases, and it's so funny to watch.
To be you to note on that, people are indeed doing that, but it's not because the stealth is good, it's just technically there. Like, there are secret stealth mechanics in divers. They are not good.
The one thing that annoys me, and it's really annoys me recently because I found... So, the standard assault rifle you get... No, I shouldn't start with that. You can unlock a sniper rifle, in essence. The first sniper rifle you can unlock is decent, but it does not zoom in that well. like there's a function between like third person zooming and first person zooming. First person zooming allows you to be really accurate. Third person zoom is more like spray and pray kind of thing. But like, so the first sniper rifle you unlock is fine, but then you have the default assault rifle, mind you, and you can modify it while in the mission to have 100 times zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why is my question? Like, first sniper rifle you unlock does not zoom in first person. The default assault rifle, you can change the optics to be 100 times zoom in the middle of a fucking mission.
Hey, sometimes you need that magnification.
Look, I do not diss the assault rifle. The assault rifle is good for like a beginner weapon. It's god tier, but why is my question? Why? You give me a sniper rifle, I at least expect a 1.25 zoom or something like that. I don't want the fucking default zoom, you bitch.
It's their version of Halo's pistol.
Their version of Halo pistol is literally the pistol you get.
No, the Uzi you get, the secondary you can unlock, the Uzi is so powerful.
I kind of find it's too much of a bullet. It eats way too much bullets.
No, yeah, it's drop a clip into this thing and it'll die, but you lose that clip.
Yeah. True. I will say they still need to balance a bit the enemy distribution, because right now, literally a few hours before literally 40 minutes ago, I was playing around with the Clav, and we got, I can't remember what they are, but the big bulging pus sacks, the giant pus sacks that shoot acid at you. Not the Titans, the ones that have like a round.
Americans.
I mean, yeah, probably, but they explode on death if you shoot them enough.
Americans.
Probably.
That
But
does
literally
happen to them.
giant. Hang on, give me a second. I'll try and find that on the wiki. But I will tell. So I will argue this. People who meme about, oh, the automatons have PTSD. Bitch, just learn how to play. I will admit I'm trash at it, but just learn how to play different. It is that easy.
Also, Space Vietnam is a funny meme.
Space Vietnam is a funny meme, but I'm just kind of tired. It's like, oh, the bugs are so easy. No, they're not. They are literally not. They are just two different styles of fighting. With the automatons,
Melee
you just
versus-
literally
yeah.
need to learn how to cover yourself correctly, and it's not like you can run, dodge, and dive with the automatons. No, you have to take careful positioning. You have to call stratagems. Every single time you see a large group, call in a stratagem. I don't care what it is, you call in that stratagem. With the bugs, it's literally make sure someone has aggroed them, and then just throw every single explosive you fucking have to destroy them.
Yeah, the automatons are dodge, duck, diff, dive, and dodge. The 5 Ds of democracy.
No, the automatons are not. Well, no, you literally will get shot as soon as you die. The more you dive, the more you'll fucking die getting shot at. Oh, bile spewers, that's the one. I do not know what happened, but me and Clav had like 5 bile spewers. These are literally gigantic ass enemies. But we had 5 of them on our ass at all times. It was not fun. Oh god.
Yeah,
Wait, I'm looking
still
forward
playing
to the
Cyberpunk.
updates.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Though I feel like I've have like a I have a quick hack that basically makes it so enemies can't see me. Like I like look at an enemy, I upload the quick hack, and I can just walk past them, which kind of makes it feel a little bit like all of my sneaking ability that I invested a lot in is sort of useless. But I reckon you still need that. You need to be good at sneaking to not be caught by cameras immediately. But having like very high level cyberdeck shit is really gonna be is useful in stealth. Man, I do like me my stealth.
Man.
Though the game is very adamant about telling me that I'm a psycho murderer who kills everyone I meet, when 99% of the people I meet, I use non-lethal takedowns with. Even the guns I have, I only use non-lethal guns. Aside from my shotgun, which I pretty much never use. Like, I have killed people in this game, and sometimes it happens. Like, so sometimes it's just, I feel like, when you make, like, pedo torture videos...
What the fuck?
I mean, it happens in Cyberpunk. I walk into you, I'm gonna whip out the shotgun.
I mean, that's a fair response.
But, like, most people, most of the fucking goons even, I just take them out non-lethal style. But the game treats me as though I was a fucking murderer.
With those hospital bills you're causing, you might as well be.
That's actually probably true, yeah.
I recently bought some nice tea. The ones that come in a pressed cake. Yeah, I some white tea from Thailand, I think. Like some real fancy stuff, and I'm quite
Nice.
excited about it. It's supposedly comes on the 28th if everything goes according to plan, which probably won't. But if it does, it will come on the 28th.
Oof. That sounds pretty rough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
But hey, it's good tea, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
True.
I'm in no rush. It can come whenever it wants to.
You know what I found? Like, I knew this intellectually in my head, obviously.
Mhm.
I knew this. But only today did I actually experience this. Is that when your clothes break, and like me, you have absolutely no ability to fix them, you can go to places that will fix your clothes for you, and it's not even particularly expensive.
Yeah,
the-
they're called tailors.
Yeah, the bottom of my pants are ripped. Send it to the tailor. I was like, I have a few things. I need a new zipper in these trousers, because this zipper like opens all the time. I just go there. I'm like, hey, I have these problems with these clothes. She's like, yeah, we could fix that. Come back next week. And like, it's one thing to like know this in your head, but it's a whole different thing to like know this, I guess, emotionally. You know.
Those words shouldn't come as such a shock as they just.
Yeah, I think we're just so accustomed to buying.
Hi.
Salutations!
Did somebody?
That's
did
certainly
somebody
why I
ask
do it.
for
If
voices?
Jueves de racismo es
Jueves
complete.
de racismo.
Jueves. The jokes de racismo.
for me, it's a price point. If it's like a $5
What
T-shirt
racism?
from Walmart and it wears out after a year, it's like I just toss that shit.
Yeah,
But
I think that's
yeah,
really,
if it's like
that's
a really
that's why this doesn't happen. I think as much is because a lot of like fashion is so fucking cheap, financially.
oh yeah, you have
That it's just-
you have that Shein like viral fashion from like Shein and like Temu,
Yeah.
where it's
fuck
like
them.
garments that are like $3 that are just people just buy them because of FOMO, and then they just wear out after a couple weeks. Yeah.
I mean, it's like if I can buy like 1 billion underpants for $5. Like that's not a big deal. It's not too expensive. And like getting that shit fixed. This is kind of like printers, but like the opposite. But also not be like it's sometimes it's cheaper to buy a new printer than to buy a new ink cartridge because they will sell you printers with one ink cartridge still in them at like a cheaper price to get you to buy their printer that needs their ink cartridges. So you just buy a new printer every time.
Oh yeah, and now they have those subscription services where it has to be connected to the internet, and if the ink tank is not empty but too low, it won't let you print.
It won't even let you scan.
Subscribing to Brother Black.
Yeah.
And it gets worse than that. If you agree to the subscription service, on some printers, it will rewrite the firmware to permanently disable the printer if you ever unsubscribe from the service.
Yeah.
This is why I don't want to change my... Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not buying a new printer ever.
Race.
Oh, yeah, this is the reason I don't want to change my oldest printer, because I'm scared of printers.
Yeah.
What they do to you.
Well, it's like now Edson's released their EcoTank series of printers, where it's just like you can just buy bottles of ink. You don't even have to buy them from Edson, but you could just buy bottles of ink and just refill it the old-fashioned way. But on the other hand, like they cost like $300 for the printer.
EcoTank sounds like a unit from Alpha Centauri.
They do. They do kinda.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, they just like saw that like what HP was, because it's HP doing most of the fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And they just looked at what they were doing. They're like, hey, let's make it the old-fashioned way, and we'll just charge 3 times as much.
Honestly, probably is going to be cheaper in the long run and the long run is not going to be that long. But of course, if you're like poor, if you're like a student and shit, that's... poverty is expensive. It's just one of those situations again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... It's like, because, I don't go to dollar stores a whole lot.
They sell dollars?
They actually do. I bought like several billion heaven dollars recently for €4. Let me actually go find them.
But like, because I also have a Costco membership as well. And I remember going to a dollar store with a friend of mine, and they were selling these Snickers candy bars for $1 a piece.
I love Snickers.
And they're just, and I was just like, okay, they're selling these little Snickers bars for $1 a piece. Mm-hmm. I could go to Costco and get like a pack of 48 Snickers bars for $20.
Mm-hmm.
Like the individual Snickers bars at Costco cost less than half the price as one of the dollar store Snickers bars.
This is just 10,000 heaven dollars. I don't know why it's like
typical
mirrored.
Leftist hypocrisy. Look at this man engaging in foreign exchange trading.
So
incredible.
That's
I
what
have a
they
whole
use in
stack
heaven.
of these. I'm heaven rich, dude. I was just like at the Chinese supermarket. I'm like, I can buy these bizarre afterlife banknotes for just $4. And the guy selling them was like, "Oh yes, this is really good deal, eh?" It's like just fucking joking with me. I was like, "Yes." And I've just been handing these out. Like all of my friends have heaven dollars now.
Oh my gosh.
This reminds me of back in like 2010, 2011, when Zimbabwe was suffering from hyperinflation, and they were printing like 50 trillion, 100 trillion, like $200 trillion bills, and people in Zimbabwe found out they can make pretty good money selling that hyperinflated money for actual like dollars and euros to people in Europe who just want those massive bills for like the novelty.
Man, Zimbabwean illustrators and graphic designers must have been making bank when, like, every year a new dollar face had to be drawn.
The problem is that bank didn't last very long, eh?
If I remember right, the ones that were like hundreds of trillions of dollars per bill, they just had like pictures of rocks on them, like interesting rocks.
Let's look at
because they just yeah, because they just lost. They just couldn't figure out what else to put on them. But yeah, they found out they could like put them up on eBay for like a couple dollars each, and then have the buyer pay for shipping, and that couple dollars was so much more money than what they were selling.
That's actually, I would say that's actually a cool bill. That really is a cool looking bill.
Yeah, the one with the rocks. Yeah. It is pretty cool.
I like the view.
Well, it's just
an incredible William.
Yeah.
But it just amazes me that despite like the hyperinflation and this becoming immediately worthless, they still put in the time. The graphic designers still put in the time to design it.
Yeah.
Like the amount of time they put into designing it is worth more than all the bills they printed of it.
That's probably true, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, they kind of phoned it in with the rocks. Let's face facts.
It appears to me also that all of the designs have these rocks on them. It's just the colors are different.
It's what you can pay with it.
Oh yeah.
But they're cool rocks. I mean, as rock structures go.
If they were less cool.
Yeah, these are pretty cool rocks.
I'm pretty sure I made that rock structure as a 4-year-old.
Yeah. So that already is a big plus.
Yeah.
It also kind of reminds me of the flag of Nunavut. You know, Nunavut, Canada.
Yes.
That's a really cool. It's a pile of rocks as well, but it's very cool, and it's actually they use them as navigation markers. For when they're
cans.
Yeah, but that flag design, it's also a pile of rocks, but it's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure Zimbabwe doesn't. It's not like the landscape is a bit different. Do you know where I really want to go? Fucking Rwanda.
Why?
It's a fantastic country to visit.
Oh.
The fucking
I've
food
heard
is
the same
tremendous.
thing. I've heard it's
if you're white.
I mean, yes, of course. But I am white, so
yeah. I've heard some pretty good things about it. That I mean, you don't want to be there in the '90s, but I heard these days it's a lot better.
Where there's not going inside.
About the whole Somaliland business.
What?
Apparently,
I've heard this.
Somalia,
I heard the same. Yeah.
There's a province basically called Somaliland, and you know how Somalia is like not a state. Can't enforce its laws.
I think you mean
Somaliland.
Paradise.
Somaliland is a province of Somalia that is like the opposite.
Yeah.
It's a functioning economy, a functioning state with the rule of law and all that shit. And it's inside of Somalia. And they want to be independent. They've wanted to be independent for like 50 years. And now they have a chance because Ethiopia is backing them. Because they promise if Ethiopia backs them, they will give them a port.
I'm surprised Ethiopia let Eritrea go independent because they basically made themselves landlocked by doing so.
Ethiopia?
So,
Landlocked? Wait.
but then I also learned Eritrea, despite apparently Eritrea is like the North Korea of Africa. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they have like a surveillance state that's on a similar level to North Korea. Plus, they have like the largest, not the most powerful, but like the largest military in proportion to population in Africa.
And also, yes, it turns out Ethiopia does no longer have port access. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Ethiopia didn't let Eritrea be independent. They fought a war of independence.
Yeah, it was actually a severely brutal war. And then they were kind of like good riddance because, yeah, apparently Eritrea is a pretty bad place to be in.
Yeet. Sounds pretty rough.
I mean, if someone asked me to name a few good places to live in, to be fair, Eritrea wasn't top 10 on the list. Wasn't precisely on the top 5.
Wasn't Eritrea like a rival of the early Roman Republic or something?
Perhaps.
Who?
No, those are the Etruscans. You're thinking of the Etruscans.
No,
in-
I'm not thinking of the Etruscans. There was another.
Wait, are you talking about
Cities-
the Samnites, Carthaginians? There were quite a lot of Italian tribes.
No, Posh. I'm talking about a different thing. Wait, let me check.
I think I know what you mean, but I can't
I do
remember
not.
the name. But something with a K, I reckon.
What, the Ku Klux
if
Klan?
you're looking in that,
Yes, of course.
if you're looking in that area, Djibouti is actually a pretty interesting place because Djibouti basically rents out its ports to various.
No, wait,
different
I am
militaries.
thinking of the Etruscans. Fuck, because the
See,
Etruscan state was
Yeah,
probably
you
called
said early
Etruria.
rival.
Etruria.
Yeah,
Etruria. Yeah.
You mean
Etruria,
the region that
yeah, okay.
contained the Etruscans at one point?
Haha,
Yeah.
Djibouti.
No, you know, like how we say the Romans, but the name of the state was
Wasn't-
Roma.
Hang on.
We say
Didn't
the
the-
Etruscans, but the name of the state was Etruria.
But the Etruscans weren't technically a state, I don't think. They were just a collection of, like the Greeks, they were a collection of city-states. I think. If I recall correctly.
I mean,
Here's a restaurant.
I'm saying absolutely nothing. I'm not involved in this conversation.
But now, like,
what
if
do
you
mean
check
he's
out
a
Djibouti,
restaurant? What?
if you check, what's going on?
What's
What's
why
happening?
Are you saying
Host
what?
a restaurant.
Somebody mentioned the restaurant.
Oh, yeah, I said that there's a restaurant here called the Etruscan, well, Etrusco, but you know.
You thought
Oh.
the adequate way to express this is just here's a restaurant.
You know, here it is
I thought I
a
was having-
restaurant.
Stop.
No, you know,
I thought I was having a
here
stroke.
it is a restaurant. Here, as in, well, I live. It is a restaurant. This is the name of a restaurant.
Look, Sito, a restaurant exists. What do you
Yes.
do? What am I going to do about that? What is it just does it does exist, dude. Like what's
If you wanna draw a thing, Alex,
Yes, I was
draw
about to
me
ask that.
as like a Dark Souls knight fighting a monster that is made of a phrase structure tree.
Of what?
A phrase structure tree.
Oh
you know
my
the
God.
tree things. The tree things that we do in linguistics. Everyone knows these.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I fucking hated those. Oh.
Root.
I fucking hate Dean Norris.
Roots and bars and Sam.
This is what Noam Chomsky brought us.
Why do you hate
Oh, it was
Hank
fucking
Schrader?
Chomsky.
I don't hate Hank Schrader. I hate Dean Norris.
Why do you hate Dean Norris?
Dean
He
nuts.
tweeted Minecraft.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned that before. But yeah, I share a birthday with Chuck Norris.
What?
Yeah, I share a birthday with Chuck Norris.
No, I'm talking about Dean. Why does Sito hate Dean Norris?
I don't know, but it reminded me of Chuck Norris. They have the same last name, surname.
Correct.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
It's like
We're
my
having a
last
day.
name is
This
my last
is
name
why
is
you
Carter,
hate Dean
but I'm not in
Norris.
any religion.
Yes.
Genuinely one of the funniest accounts on Twitter.
Tweeted what's Minecraft in 2021. 3 years
also,
ago, dude. What the fuck?
Also a fucking bagger thing to tweet in the first place. Good Hank Breaking Bad. How would you like to play some Minecraft Hank Breaking Bad?
Bloody hell, man. Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's a YouTuber.
Burger.
Yeah, he's like a fucking he's an online guy. Quackity is.
Yeah.
I liked when he accidentally liked the porn tweet. No, he searched sex gifs. And he tweeted it out. I remember.
I'm pretty sure he just trolls people. Honestly, fucking.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's a fucking
Probably.
Imagine you're Dean Norris and some fucking
Nuts.
Spanish-speaking guy you've never heard of with 5 million followers on Twitter goes, "Good Hank Breaking Bad. Now would you like to play some Minecraft?"
That'd be funny as shit, though. I've been following him on Twitter for years, and it's only baggers on his account. He has shit bursting down. He knows how to do it. He's down with the kids, even though he doesn't know.
Wait,
what
that was a
Minecraft is.
reply.
Yeah.
That was a reply to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, this is my first day on antidepressants.
Oh,
Oh, good for
Got
you.
no treatment
Said in
for,
the fucking
depression.
most fucking sad voice I've ever heard.
I think they're starting to wear off a bit. To be honest.
Give them time. It's gonna take
Might
a couple
be.
weeks for them to fully.
yeah.
That's
I think a cumulative, like.
Sex gifts.
Mhm.
What the fuck, bro?
Oh, he's so.
It's
good.
like grabbing the iPad of a 7-year-old and looking up the search terms they put in the YouTube.
Yeah.
Minecraft boob, Minecraft sex.
My mom had
He's
me
a real one for that one.
Had me check my little brother's tablet once for like transactions, basically for money. And I
Yeah.
saw his browser history,
How bad was
and
it?
I can say this right because I have like 5 younger brothers. Wait, no, I have more. Anyway, I can say this because it's still anonymous.
I like how you
Lord.
forget.
What
You
the
have,
fuck?
I lose count. Don't fucking at me. You don't know my life.
When did your son start using count of your
I
brother?
have
no,
many
they kept
questions,
coming.
none of which will be answered.
Anyway,
I actually
I saw
I
his
can
browser
kinda
history,
understand.
and it was like Pornhub, Fortnite, Scout, Fortnite, Tifa. I don't know.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Everything related to Fortnite was to Pornhub included Fortnite. The
Gotta
kid.
start somewhere.
I mean, to be fair, some of those skins are slapping, you know?
I mean, true.
Fortnite really is a video game that I would have designed if I was like, nah.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Fortnite is basically that game from Ready Player One.
Okay, but listen to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Fortnite foreskin.
Oh god.
Foreskin Night.
Leave, please.
No, stay. I want to hear
Ben
more of this.
Ben Shapiro's ears just pricked up.
I was never an Aragon fan. Aragon was always shit to me. I thought it was like trite. It's
No,
like I looked at the dragon card, I was like, oh, this has been done before. As like a 12-year-old child.
A dragon. It has been done.
I mean, to be
It's
honest,
been
you know, you
done.
shouldn't judge
This,
a book.
I mean, this
shouldn't-
really
you-
is why I have no big fascination with dragons beyond like the usual, they're kind of cool type shit. I didn't have a big dragon phase as a kid because I was like, it's this, you know, I've seen it. It's everyone has dragons these days.
They're like dinosaurs that spit fire.
Yeah, but then maybe give me some actual fucking dinosaurs that spit fire though. That would be fire. That would be
But
spitting.
they didn't have those though.
Oh, that would be dinosaur spitting fire, not fire itself.
And this fucking shit, Aragon, Duragon, Dragon, just this. The
I
book is just
swear.
called Dragon.
The later books
It also
get
doesn't
better, I
help.
swear.
It doesn't help that the dragon looks bored to be there. He's like, "Oh, we're doing a book cover now. All right, yeah, hurry up and
The
take my
title
picture."
of the final novel is Brizingir, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The titles did not get better. They didn't bother with this in the German translation, by the way. They gave it a proper name.
Yeah. No, I was never
Oh,
really a
it's
fan
the
of it. I
third
do
novel.
like that Paolini basically, like, you know, is just like super rich now, and he just lives, I think, in Montana. He's just hanging out, doing like he's like Smith. He's being a blacksmith. Just has infinite amount of
Fucking
money.
ace.
Lives in some picturesque small town, and like
He's
makes
doing-
swords.
He's doing the same thing Richard Garriott did after making the Ultima games and just vibing.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's doing the same thing George Martin did, except George Martin didn't fucking finish his book.
Very true. Actually.
I do love how somebody posted a picture. I think I mentioned this before, but it was a picture of George R. Martin and it in one of those giant inflatable hamster balls, and the caption's like, "He's never gonna fucking finish Song of Ice and Fire." It's just him
Oh
just
my
rolling
god!
around in
I
a
recently
hamster ball.
learned something that Black pilled me so hard about the state of Song of Ice and Fire. You know how fucking George Martin has basically been an author for like 40 years, 50 years, something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has, in that entire time, never finished a single series.
He just
I'm
like me
sorry.
for real.
I every year I think, wasn't it supposed to come out this year, the new one? And I feel I'm pretty sure that this has been the case for like 5 years now, that I've thought this without any reason to think it. It's just a yearly ritual.
No, he just keeps discovering.
At least
new
House of
toys,
the
and
Dragon
he
was
becomes
really
hyper-
fucking good.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen House of the Dragon actually.
Oh, you should. It's really good. It's like early Game of Thrones good. No, wait, it's like middle Game of Thrones good because early Game of Thrones was kind of iffy too.
Did you
Was
think
it?
that
The sword-
early
the
game? I found
sword-
that
the
I found
sword-
early Game of Thrones very good actually. What was iffy about it?
Like season 1,
I loved
Is-
season 1.
I mean the writing is zero complaints.
Yeah.
But season 1, you really see that the budget they had at the time was super limited.
Oh,
Honestly,
I've heard.
I think that this is only the case if you like know about the later seasons. At the time, it was
Yeah, for sure.
you
Yeah,
know,
this is all hindsight.
yeah.
I do kind of feel guilty being a Brandon Sanderson fan. What with what's happening with Song of Ice and Fire and what is it, the First Law thing? Because like we just got announced another secret book. We're barely keeping up with the announced books, and he's like, "Hey, I wrote 3 books on vacation. Here you go." It's like, "Oh, great, thanks, Brandon."
Lamau.
That
So I
didn't ruin my
heard.
reading schedule.
So I heard from the during the sex scenes in Game of Thrones, there were a lot of
scenes?
problems. Well, not the sex scenes, but the scenes where I heard a really bad one was when Dany got married to Drogo, if I recall correctly. They didn't have proper
Sex?
No, it's not that. It's
They only pretended.
coordinators and stuff.
They didn't
Sensitivity
have what?
coordinators.
Yeah.
What didn't
Oh.
they have?
Sensitivity coordinators.
Yep.
Sensitivity coordinators were not. I mean, that was. I'm pretty sure that the one who really made sensitivity coordinators mainstream in the scene then was David Simon with when he did fucking The Deuce. I'm pretty sure that it was not industry standard to have sensitivity coordinators at that time.
Game of Thrones actor Sean Bean says intimacy coordinators spoil the spontaneity of shooting a sex scene. My man, what?
What?
That's
Shooting a scene, you're not having sex.
Wait, did you say Sean Bean?
Yes.
Yes.
The man himself.
Damn.
No spoilers, but you know he
dies at the end. He dies at the end of the interview. They should do
Let me
that.
see when. I mean, it might be. When did it come out? Oh yeah, no, it came. It came out in 2017. That's way after Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The novel is currently expected to be 1,500 pages.
Damn,
In like
what the
the
fuck?
Winds of Winter is.
that's crazy.
Oh, what the
Damn.
fuck?
Jesus. Holy shit. They need to release it in like a folder format so they don't have to do as many pages.
It would be really funny if it
Just
just
make it
he just
polar
made it
book.
like 2 books, and so he would have released a book.
People have been asking him about this for years and he said no fucking way. Even if they have to
Release.
make a new book binding technique, he's gonna release this in 1 book. Which fuck? Who's the Wheel of Robert Jordan, the Wheel
Yeah.
of Time author, has also said this, and then he died, and Brandon Sanderson did the last book and turned it into 3, so he got fucked there, I guess.
Yeah.
Who would complete the Song of Ice and Fire?
I think we all know
Yeah,
who it
that's-
is. I think we all know who that would be.
Brian Herbert.
It's the fucking
Jesus
guys who made the
Christ.
show.
Yeah.
No, fuck.
That is I mean, I checked a few years ago, and they have like the official. They at that point had the official contract to do it. This was after season 8 came out. I'm pretty sure that this hasn't changed.
To finish it in the series,
No
of
way.
to finish it like
books.
to finish the book. Yeah, fuck no.
In case
I
he
don't think they.
dies.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think they still have it in either way.
But why
Like-
would they not have it?
They also had a Star Wars trilogy coming up, and that got
Doesn't
cancelled because of how shitty the reception
Wait.
to
So what? What if?
Game of Thrones was.
what-
Let's Google this.
What if?
Who
What if
would
the reason he's not finishing? What if the reason he's not finishing it is because once he does finish it, he dies. Like the only thing keeping him
He's
alive
cursed.
is delaying this book.
If he doesn't finish the book, he becomes immortal. Some fucking fairy prophesies to him he would die when he finishes the 6th book.
Let's just switch
Maybe
also
maybe
to-
or maybe he's doing it like this. He's like keeping the 6th book paused because he can't release it. So he's now finishing the 7th, so that when he dies, both of them are done.
Ooh.
This not that absolutely not.
I want to do a quick call back to when I was talking about how thanks to Arnold Schwarzenegger, we now have like giant SUVs in the States because he fell in love with
Hell
the
yeah.
Hummer.
Yeah.
So I remember looking back into it because I remembered this happening. 'Cause there was a competition from various companies to do the military Jeep replacements, and of course the one that won was Hummer. But one of the finalists was Lamborghini, the supercar maker,
Oof.
and they built this SUV, and it was a very capable and powerful SUV. The problem with it is that it uses a Lamborghini V12 engine that made the truck so expensive that the U.S. Army was initially willing to buy it, but the deal breaker was they wanted 200,000 of them, and Lamborghini can only build like 1,000 cars a year, and the U.S. Army wanted 200,000 of them. And it's like, well, if you can't do it, we can't take it. And this was one of the reasons Lamborghini went bankrupt.
Wait.
What?
Sorry, I was still stuck at the Game of Thrones makers, and I realized their adaptation of the 3-body problem is releasing next week on Netflix.
I mean, frankly, I didn't like the 3-body problem either. But so apparently, from what I can see, I was spreading false information and need to correct it. It's not clear that there's anyone appointed to finish the books. The David and Dan, the D&D guys, apparently are no longer that. Some people,
Of course they're not.
apparently, at some point he said that it would just remain unfinished and nobody's allowed to finish the books, which is insane. Some people floated like Neil Stevenson, to which I have to say, please, for the love of God, no. Neil Stevenson is a great author, but he fucking sucks at endings. His endings are absolutely terrible.
Yeah, just look at Anathem.
Have you read Seven Eves?
I tried. I think I got I listened to the audiobook. I think I got 17 hours in, and it just wasn't clicking with me.
I loved that book, but the third act is just so fucking weird. The first 2 acts, honestly, he should have cut after the first 2 acts, and it would have been a perfect book. It just a 10 out of 10 fantastic book.
Yeah, let me look at how long it is on Audible, because I didn't. Oh my goodness.
So Neil Stevenson sucks at endings, and third acts in general. He's just not good at them. So I would not want him to finish this series.
Yeah.
The third act of Seven Eves is only cool if you're a massive science nerd, which I am. So I did like it under that aspect, but from a storytelling, the writer in me was like, "What the fuck is happening? Why did you do this?"
Yeah, it's a 32-hour long audiobook.
Yeah, so you might have been in the third act at that point. I don't want to spoil anyone.
Yeah.
Nobody reads anymore, dude.
I do read. I read actually quite a lot now.
Nerd.
I mean, that's how I feel with Ayn Rand, because I tried reading or listening to one of her books, and it was 72 hours long, and it's just that's why because I tried listening to it. It was the one with the I forgot the name. It's the one with the railroad people and government becomes socialist, thus world collapses, and it's like, who is John Galt? That fucking
Oh, that's
book.
Atlas Shrugged.
Okay, yeah, I tried listening to Atlas Shrugged, and I thoroughly believe, like, the vast majority of people who claim to be fans of her or claim to be like libertarians like she is, it's like, you haven't read the fucking book.
Of course,
You
they
fell
Have you ever
asleep.
heard the John Rogers quote about Atlas Shrugged in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, what is
No.
It's an amazing quote. He says, I pull it up. There are two novels that can change a bookish 14-year-old's life: The Lord of the Rings and Atlas Shrugged. One is a childish fantasy that often engenders a lifelong obsession with its unbelievable heroes, leading to an emotionally stunted, socially crippled adulthood unable to deal with the real world. The other, of course, involves orcs.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I love fucking hang on, Kim Stanley Robinson. I just had to look at my bookshelf. What he says about libertarians is I actually have to pull up the quote now to be correct.
Yeah.
On
John Rogers.
That's libertarians for you. Anarchists who want police protection from their slaves. He fucking rules. He does he does some of the best fucking books. Like in terms of this, I mean, he wrote the Mars books, but all of his
I love the Mars books.
Yeah, all of his books to have like some level of exploration of like alternatives to capitalism, and he's so incredibly science obsessed that they're basically like multidisciplinary science textbooks, and also there's a story.
Yeah.
Like
I love. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
go ahead.
I was about to say, I just love, like in a way, he kind of like with a small part of the funding for the Mars mission came from pay-per-view revenue, and like how he basically predicted like reality TV, and I guess these days like modern day like TikTok and vlogging and shit. But I also like the little bits of humor he put in. Especially in the Red Mars. Like, I think I talked about it before, where they sent a mission up to the ice cap, to the northern ice cap, and they're like, there's two guys like on an airship, and they're out exploring, and there's a third guy with some construction equipment, and he just like ran off to like go get samples. And while the guys are in the airship exploring, they see a structure made of the ice that looks like Stonehenge, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And then the third guy comes along, and he's like, "You like what I did there?"
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he just like for a couple minutes, he just freaked them the fuck out.
I remember the funniest thing about the Mars books is like the fucking several centuries long massive political divide that defined the politics of Mars, which happened because two autistic people tried to hit on each other but misinterpreted the hitting on each other as like rejecting each other.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Also, one of the most hardcore and brutal forms of terrorism was when they built the space elevator, and I think it was built up to Deimos. They took one of the moons and turned it into a space station. And I love how the way they constructed the space elevator was they built, because that was something I learned about space elevators, is like you don't build up, you build down. And so they were just mining out the moon to build the station, but then eventually it gets attacked. It gets disconnected, and the cable just comes down,
Yeah, and it
and
like
just the
snaps,
description.
burns up in
Yeah,
the
it's
atmosphere.
yeah, it just makes like a 1,000 kilometer long, like just red hot like rack in the Martian surface.
It melts
It
to
was just
like
like,
some diamond-like substance. I remember this.
yeah, and the moon just, they're like, just, it just fucking hurls off into space.
Yeah.
There's like a couple thousand people on it, and it just gets hurled off into space, and it's like, holy shit, that's fucking
It's
horrifying.
such a good book series because it really plays with time in a way that because like all these most of these characters are like several centuries old by the end of it, right? So
Yeah.
it's so well done. The science, I mean, the science in it, like actually predicting shit that's true about the moon. That's like fucking.
Oh, yeah.
That's like Tom Clancy, the military popping into Tom Clancy. I was like, how do you know this? It's like, it's just what I would have done. That's literally
That actually,
Apparently, some Navy officer once said, "Who the hell cleared this?" About a novel
That
that's
actually
where
happened.
No one advised.
that actually happened back in World War II. Like one of the science fiction anthologies actually figured out that they were doing not nuclear research, that they were doing special weapons testing in New Mexico, because
Oh, yeah.
a bunch of scientists changed their addresses to Los Alamos, New Mexico, and he was like, all these like physicists and stuff are moving to New Mexico. Let's write a story about that.
Oh, I like that Kodak apparently figured out what was happening with the Manhattan Project before anyone else, because all their test films started getting fucked up, and they didn't know why.
Yeah.
And then, like, the day they figured it out, like 80 different like military vehicles pulled up to the corporate headquarters and was like, "You're not going to say anything about this, Kodak."
Did you, speaking of weird things to realize something, did you see that Andrew Tate got arrested again because of fucking Aiden Ross?
Aiden Ross
I
squealed
saw
like
that.
a fucking
Aiden
pig.
Ross.
Well, squealed like a fucking pig.
Aiden Ross is that fucking Zoomer guy who
Idiot.
who really allied himself with the sort of Andrew Tate side of things, and he went on stream recently and basically read out some text messages that Andrew Tate sent him that were like, do you want to come over to my house and do like a bunch of content that we can like spread out, because I'm gonna leave Romania in about 2 weeks. And he read that aloud. And then the Romanian authorities were like, hang the fuck on, and arrested him.
He's
Bro,
not
that
supposed
is
to do
so
that.
dumb. That is so dumb. That is genuinely fucking. Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
I think it was made pretty obvious that Aiden Ross is a very stupid person when he his stream got him to read like the Wikipedia article on the Holocaust, and he didn't know how to say Holocaust.
Do you know that clip of him and XQC?
Oh my God,
Oh,
bro.
gosh.
Stop. I can't take this punishment.
Yeah.
Aiden Ross went
Yeah,
to XQC. Do you believe in Pangria or the Big Bang?
Wait, what was that first thing he was trying to say? I can't.
He was trying to say Pangea, but he said Pangria.
Oh.
It's fucking incredible clip.
Oh man, just the fact that he ratted out Andrew Tate, that his career is just over. Andrew Tate's never gonna fucking talk to him again.
If you look in his fucking clips at his chat, it's literally just 6,000 people writing the same thing at once. I don't think anyone is going to Aiden Ross's stream to think.
Yeah, you're right. Jeez.
Uh,
God damn it! Fuck off.
Yeah, burger. Fuck off.
I had some fucking
Look at
really
that.
smart thing to say, but unfortunately, it's
I believe you.
yeah,
I don't.
shit.
Damn.
Sorry, it's just to compensate, you know?
I'm gonna ban you for this.
Try.
What the fuck?
It was bound to happen. Radvoer.
Why?
I love the Bundesministerium
Why?
für Gesundheit tag on it too.
Yes. Why though? Oh my god.
I do not understand.
I would try that and then kill myself.
What's
Durstlöscher
going
is
on?
like an extremely popular...
Wait. That's meant to be the flavor? I thought there were just Bratwürste in that thing.
What? This is not real.
I mean, yes,
Cecil,
clearly,
this isn't
but
real.
I don't know the brand Durstlöscher is.
How
where
do you
my
not know
deficit was,
Durster? Is
okay?
this some kind of the fucking you Austrians being culturally
we don't
inferior
have
yet
those.
again?
We don't have those.
Oh, dude, they're delicious. I mean, aside from the bratwurst flavor. Yeah, they're like little Tetra breaks of fucking just drink that I would buy as a child, and they have wild flavors sometimes, like fucking blueberry marshmallow. I really like.
Oh yeah, I
bratwurst.
remember these.
Yeah.
Yeah, Durchstocher. Yeah,
Yeah.
little juice boxes. Yeah.
Oh, it's juice.
I wouldn't drink bratwurst juice.
The
but-
fucking juice again.
Yeah, they have the bubblegum one. Obviously, like peach iced tea, the classic. Sour strawberry. Oh, and of course, if you wanted to be the coolest
Yeah.
kid in middle school,
Mm-hmm.
this one. The energy drink flavored one with the tiger on it.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Do you have Center Shock?
Yeah, of course we have Center Shock. We are civilized.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think of things that you might know. Schadner-Bombe.
That's you. Probably you made that up. That's not a real thing.
No, it's a drink. It has like a little bull as a symbol.
Sí, soy Hideo Kojima y por eso disfruto de el auténtico cine. Mads Mikkelsen, las tetas gordas, la comidita rica, romper la cuarta pared, las tetas gordas, los nanomachines, lo horror, las tetas gordas, la nieve bien hecha, Hunter Schaefer.
I saw someone tweet a picture of what Hunter Schaefer looked like at the Oscars, and they went like, "Can someone do a wellness check on Kojima?"
Holy shit. Ist eine österreichische Limonadenmarke. What is Schartner? What is special about this? Schartner Bombe.
Honestly, nothing.
There we fucking go. The truth is revealed at last.
Wait! No, never mind. There's something special about it.
Yeah.
Germany doesn't get it. There you go.
Yeah, you don't need that shit.
You do. And back in the day, they had this little bull drawing on the top left as their logo.
Damn. Also,
That's
what the
actually- that's
fuck is
pretty neat,
happening
though.
with the royal family right now? I saw something about, was it Kate Middleton? No, it wasn't her.
She's addicted to World of Warcraft.
Damn. Based gamer girl.
She downloaded Hearts of Iron 4.
That sounds about
She
right.
uploaded feet pics for a Fortnite V-Bucks card.
She's playing Genshin.
I
think.
like your thing, Burger, that the queen is having trouble assimilating the body.
The new host body isn't taking well. The transplantation is.
Oh god, that meme will never get old.
I'm really loving leftists who are going like, actually Frank Herbert is like loves genocide. It's
I'm
like,
sorry,
no,
what?
No, you're just as stupid as like the right wingers going. Actually, Paul Muad'Dib is the coolest guy.
I loved like when Dune 1 first came out.
Yeah.
Or was announced, I think. The little baby zoomers going like, is this cultural appropriation? What is this?
God.
Oh yeah, they were like, "Why is Paul white? Why is Paul white? He should be Arabic." It's like the point of the book is that he's white. That's like the point.
Well, he's not Fremen.
Media
At least.
literacy.
Yeah.
The more of
I hate the
Dune,
word so much, but it's so
Well,
applicable
people-
lately.
Yeah.
as a
But
note,
they're-
since
but
you
people,
met,
people are like, how? I was about to say, people are like, oh man, how are they gonna do Messiah where he just where like 65 billion people just die?
I mean, to be honest,
Paul.
they die off screen, basically.
It's not that important.
Yeah, but I guess you're right.
Oh shit!
It's
I
only 65 billion.
just-
What's up?
I accidentally I'm texting with my girlfriend on WhatsApp, but I accidentally tabbed into a DM that I was sent here on Discord because I looked something up and I had to tab back into. It's
So you
nothing.
wanted to
No
save
private
a picture,
no private information
you-
was revealed.
and you accidentally pushed save as,
No,
and it
Yeah.
opened a
Yeah.
2D sword folder. Oh. Incredible that he's still
Hey.
getting shit over this.
Is he actually?
Hey, check it out.
Yeah. Wait, I want to look on Social Blade actually now that it's been some time.
I want to look on
See.
social media, Dad.
Hey, check it out. It's the three genders: men, women, and helldivers.
Yes.
Beast. Remind me never to go and play with Dickhead ever again on Helldivers. Never again.
Did he do cunt shit?
No, but it was genuinely just pure.
It was
We went
stressful.
on level 7 before the rebalance. Zetor, before the rebalance.
You say that like I haven't been
Titans.
playing this game for fucking 80 hours.
yeah, you have the speedrun world record, right?
Rebile
I actually don't
Titans.
anymore, but it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Oh god.
No. I can always say I'm the world champion. You don't stop being the world champion
That's
just
actually
because there
true,
was like
yeah.
a new competition.
That's true. Yeah.
I actually have an idea for a world record I'd like to attempt.
Oh yeah?
Oh damn.
Uh,
You want to know what the net total effect of the drama was on Vosh's channel?
Vosh?
Yeah, not that much
The
actually. I
Vosh.
feel like.
About 12,000 subscribers lost.
That's
And
really
mean,
that's really
it's-
almost nothing really.
Yeah, for
Yeah, yeah, it's
Vosh,
450,000.
Shit, I can't
But
actually.
This
Yeah,
video
apparently
leaves- His weekly video views
apparently-
have gone down.
I mean,
Yeah,
that could
apparently
just be
he lost, like,
seasonal.
12,000
Mine have gone down,
subscribers.
then they've gone up again, and I did nothing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, H3 Productions is on indefinite hiatus.
Why?
Oh my god!
Is he?
Jesus,
Wait,
their
you
social
mean
blade is
he-
looking crazy! What
What?
the hell?
For who? For
This is
Volsh?
H3.
Oh.
No.
Ooh. That ain't good.
Wait.
I mean,
that's
he's
H3
mainly focusing on the
Wait. We
podcast.
need. Yeah. We need to do H3.
No, the
podcasts.
the podcast is on hiatus now because apparently it wasn't just the Vol shit.
damn.
It was he said a lot of really dumb shits.
Oh yeah.
Apparently about what's going on in Palestine.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
fucking course.
Yeah, no. They're not looking good.
And like videos
Their
came
dip
out of
was
him
bigger.
and Gila. Like it turned out like Gila, she didn't just like get drafted into the IDF, but she also participated in and volunteered for raids in the Gaza. And there was videos of them in Israel, and when they heard the call to prayer, they like were making fun of it, and were honestly disturbed by it. So it's coming out that they're pretty shitty people, shitty people.
I also
Dreams
remember
on my
seeing a
face.
few
They've been
videos.
talking for like 10 years about her being like forced into it and doing desk duty, basically.
Yeah, that's what I had heard.
Oh no, apparently she participated, on patrols and volunteered for citizen raids.
Wow.
Jesus. That does sort of kind of unrelated, but in regards to the whole kind of like Volstrom and shit, they've started getting more and more into drama with like just commentary creators in general, I feel.
Who?
Because like I keep seeing every time I watch some of the other creators I'm subscribed to, it's like some of them have at least one fucking video about H3. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Fucking whack.
I feel like way too many people jumped into that with an opinion.
That's true.
That really didn't need to give their opinion on it.
That's true.
Especially since like Vosh just did his video and just moved on.
Mm.
You had the other people making several videos on it, and apparently, like with that one streamer, Keffels, like she did like so many videos of it, and apparently now she's like mad at Vosh for not publicly defending her, and it's like you.
I mean, he
I'm
kind
like,
of
it's
stated in the video he was done with this shit, wasn't he?
Yeah. I'm sure Kevels is an alright person, but
He can be
just
brain rotted
involves her,
sometimes.
and she likes to put herself into a bunch of drama where she really doesn't need to be.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of said
Yeah.
I'm not watching Vosh content. I'm not sad that I'm not watching it. I'm sad because a lot of his political thoughts, at the very least, are well kind of thought out and nicely explained.
I hate
But I'm
drama.
just like,
I'm
bro.
not, I don't really. This is why I'm not really very close friends with any YouTubers. I mean, that's actually not true. I'm not like friends with any fucking political YouTubers. There's a bunch of YouTubers that don't want to be like publicly associated with me that I'm in touch with privately. He's like, I can't touch politics with a 10-foot pole. I would die.
Yeah.
No, but like I'm again trying to not distance myself, but stop consuming that content because just like we're so mentally tired right now.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking
Every time it's like, sure, you've got the occasional like big win for trans rights and that kind of shit, but it's like 1 in every 5 to 7 videos, bro. I can't keep doing it.
That's actually how I got
Yeah,
off
it's
the whole Sargon thing. It's because I just got tired of outrage.
Mm.
yeah,
But
But
it's
then I
okay to
stopped watching
tune
for a
out.
while, and then I was like, hang on.
Is he?
You're not
Shit.
You're not a bad
Yeah.
you're not a bad person if you decide to tune out. You
Oh,
don't
no,
need to
I
be
understand that now.
actively aware of everything going on, regardless
Yeah,
of
no, I
how.
understand that, but it's just like now it's not the fact that I stopped watching it, I stopped keeping in contact with the news. It's like, oh, you're bad for not keeping in contact with the news of like what bad things are happening, and you need to get involved in this and this and this. Now it's just like, bro, this shit sad though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we
Speaking
need
of
some
sad,
Yeah.
it's
wins,
sad that the
bro. We
stream
need
has
some
to end now, but
W's,
the stream
bro.
has to end now.